this. I'm strapped down to a chair, forced to eat 1,000 Big Macs all at once. As someone who's gone through 2 major shreds, I know exactly how to lose it. But can you say that you can do the same? In this video, I'm going to be breaking down the exact blueprint of what I would do to lose 40 pounds as fast as possible. And stick to the very end because the very last section is going to be the most important one. A good majority of fat loss content online is either overcomplicated, completely wrong, or trying to sell you something. You don't need a new program every month, and you don't need to be perfect either. You just need to understand a few non-negotiables and know how to execute it. That's what this video is. No fluff, no gatekeeping, just the blueprint. It's going to be divided into 4 different pillars, which is what you eat, how you train, what you're doing outside of the gym, and what you think about all of it. Master these 4, and the weight will come off. So first things first, in order to get to your fat loss goals, you need to be in what's called a caloric deficit. You're probably wondering, how exactly do I know how much I'm supposed to be eating? And I actually did a full nutrition calendar short on this channel. I'm going to put the link in the description, so give that a watch. You need to be eating 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. This is a non-negotiable. And another thing, do not overcomplicate the food, because you just need to stick to something that you know that you can actually stick to, and not some perfect plan online that has a bunch of food that you might not even like. So I'm going to address the elephant that's in the room right now. You don't need to be overdoing the cardio. And I'm not saying not to do any cardio at all. I'm saying you're just prioritizing the wrong thing. Think of cardio as a tool and not as your main focus. And I'll explain what that means in a second. But first, you need to be prioritizing lifting over anything. Because when you lift, you're actually boosting up your metabolism and you're going to burn that fat a lot quicker than if you do the same thing doing cardio. And you're going to want to have a good balance of both compound and isolation. If you don't know what those are, compound is any kind of workout that uses multiple muscle groups at once, and isolation is strictly just one. And you want a good mix of both, because if you do too many compounds, you're going to just burn yourself out in the gym and most likely plateau and fatigue and not grow the muscle. And if you do too many isolations, you're not burning enough fat because you're just doing basically the easy workouts, and you're not going to get to your goal that way either. You want to make sure you have a good balance of both. You also don't need to be in the gym 6 days out of the week. I want you to know you can get to your goal doing just 3, 4, even 5 days. You don't need to be going 6 unless you absolutely want to. And another thing, progressive overload is key here. So what progressive overload is making sure your workouts never stay the same. They never get just plateaued, flatline. You're making it harder every single time. So I'll just give you an example. Let's say today you went to the gym and you did bicep curl, you did 5 pounds for 10 reps. So the next time you go to the gym, you're going to want to do 5 pounds for 11 reps, or even better, you're going to do 10 pounds and then lower it to about 8 reps. You know what I mean? And think of using cardio as a tool and not your main focus. So I said I was going to explain this part. You're going to want to save cardio for the end of your workout if you're going to do cardio. You're going to want to not do anything that's too over extraneous, because then you're just going to fatigue and burn yourself out. So if you're going to do cardio at the end of your workout, make sure it's nothing more than 10 to 15 minutes of just light incline walking, or even Stairmaster at a moderate pace. You're going to burn the fat a little quicker than if you were to just straight up run on the treadmill for 30 minutes and then plateau yourself and then eat like crazy when you get out of the gym. Now that you have all the information of what you need to do in the gym, you're probably wondering, what do I need to do outside of the gym? So you're going to also want to prioritize your steps. I would say a good minimum guideline would be 8,000 steps a day. Obviously 10K, 12K, or even higher than that is better. But a good starting point is to at least do 8,000 if you're not doing that right now currently. You're also going to want to make sure you're getting good sleep, because recovery is extremely important. And if you're sleeping 3 hours every single night, your body is going to hate you, and it's not going to grow, because it's well, we need all of our energy to just stay awake. Why am I going to prioritize, building muscle? That's basically what your body's telling you. Another thing that is going to be a little harder to control depending on your life situation is going to be your stress levels. So basically, cortisol, which is the stress hormone, is basically going to reverse everything that you've done in the gym. The basic science is that just when your cortisol levels are higher, the harder to recover and build muscle. So you want to make sure that you are not stressing about all the little things in life. Obviously, life happens. I get it. But just make sure if you're stressing about something, it's something that you can control and not something that you cannot control. And another thing, quit the alcohol. It's not doing you any good. I can tell you right now, it's definitely sabotaging your goal if you're drinking now every single week. If you are going to drink, just do it in moderation, only once a month, once every other month. But I'm letting you know right now, it's definitely a gains killer. Now, these 3 things are not going to matter if you can't get this last one right, which is your mindset. I'm going to be honest with you, the scale is going to lie to you. There are going to be days that it says you gain 3 to 5 pounds, which we know is not true, because in order to gain just 1 pound of fat, you have to eat 3,500 calories in a single day, and I really doubt you're eating 12,000 calories in one sitting. So progress isn't always visible, because there's going to be some weeks where it feels like you stay the same, but slowly your body is changing. You just have to make sure that you know that you're doing the right thing, and that you trust the process to keep going. Because to be honest, most people quit when it gets boring or when it gets hard. which, I get it. You're not seeing immediate results. You're not getting that dopamine factor. So you're just like, this isn't working for me. But I'm telling you, you have to trust it and you have to stick to it. Otherwise, you're just going to be doing the same exact thing over and over again, and you're going to be on the brink of insanity, repeating the same things with no results. Because over everything, transformation is a belief thing first. If you don't believe that you can get the results that you want to achieve, you're not going to get to those results. If you can't even picture yourself getting there, how are you going to get there in real life? You won't. And that's just the harsh truth that somebody has to say, and I'm sorry, but someone had to say it. So you're going to have to decide before you see the results, because that's how you really win. So obviously, don't go eating 1,000 Big Macs just to prove a point. The whole point of me telling you that was just so that you understand that I know exactly how you feel, because I've been there too. But now that you have the blueprint, you can start executing this from day one and really start making changes into your life. Now you can fix up your training, your nutrition, your mindset, and even what you do outside of the gym. Even though I said that in the wrong order, you get the point. Because the information wasn't always 100% the problem. You also got to believe in yourself, because if you don't do that, everything that I just told you is not going to work. I hope this video helped, and I would really hope that if you found this helpful, you put it in the comments that this helped you a lot. And even what I would want to see even better is 6 months from now, you come back to this video and tell me that I've changed your life in some way, one way or the other. And I hope to see you in the next one.